Mr. Venkat, welcome to this particular 1 hour workshop on English Proficiency Skill. Myself, Dr. C.V. Nageshwar Rao. By profession, I am a faculty. Okay. In this particular session, we have looked at 5 basic agendas. That is, number one is what framing proper sentences. Second one is simple, meaningful words. Third one is correct pronunciation. Fourth one is practice exercises through online tools. And the last one, which is very important, is that connecting to English speakers. See, I have touched upon the importance, the significance of the framing proper sentences. In that, what is very important is that what are the basic components of a sentence? That means understanding the sentence structure and what is the classification of the types of the sentences. There are different types of sentiment sentences, that is declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. So we have looked upon small exercises also in the framing sentences. That means again, we should also understand framing proper sentences. There are certain prompts which will hint us how to actually frame a proper sentence. This is very important to understand. The focus should be on the sentence structure, subject verb agreement, and the coherence between that. And the second one, what we have discussed upon is the usage of the simple, meaningful words. Simple, I said simple means vocabulary selection. If I say a word, any word will have a meaning in the dictionary. That means that is why we say a word has a meaning or an antonym. We say we are understanding the word. That is nothing but it is a vocabulary only. The choice, what is the choice of the word is very important. That means selection of the appropriate word is also very important. It depends upon the context, it depends upon the audience. But we should keep in one thing in mind is that we should avoid jargon, we should avoid slang, we should avoid overly complex languages. That's what we should keep in mind, and then based upon that we should act accordingly. Otherwise, it will not be a proper, we will not be in a, will not be able to frame proper sentences in that. Okay. Then going further, we have seen what is the focus when we are trying to actually select most suitable words. That means we are giving importance of clarity, simplicity, and relevance in the word choice. Correct pronunciation. When I say correct, correct also, how do I pronounce that? Correct. There are certain things called pronunciation rules. There are certain things called pronunciation rules. What are those rules? We have something called related to the vowel sounds. We know what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. What we need to understand, what are the key pronunciation rules related to the vowel sounds. The letters which are not vowels are known as consonants. Again, these consonants have sounds. The sounds which are produced by the consonants, again, there are certain key pronunciation rules. We need to understand all those things. Why? Because, we have to keep stress on the patterns, stress patterns and intonations. We need to understand them. Okay. Going ahead, next one, what we have learned is that so we said there are certain apps, certain websites. We need to listen to them, repeat and mimic so that we can improve our pronunciation skills. Ultimately, in this particular webinar, what we are trying to see is that we are trying to improve our English proficiency. Easy English, easy English. This is a webinar. In that, we are trying to improve our English proficiency. Proficiency means pravinyamu. Right. There are certain online tools also available. Practice exercises through online tools. The online tools, some of the online tools are Duolingo, this very interactive session, very interactive platform. BBC Learning also, English also is a very, very interactive online platform. Register in that, get yourself, what you call, proficient in English so that you master English speaking skills. Right. So last one is that connect with the English speakers. There are certain apps, certain online examples are Tandem and Hello Talk. You can actually connect to them and enrich yourself in the conversation skills. Okay. So I wrap up with this summary saying that whatever we have learned in the past 1 hour, I am trying to actually wrap up here. So, what is that we are taking up? We are taking what is the key takeaway is that we understand the approach, the strategy for English proficiency skill. It is different from the English communication skill. English proficiency skill, once we are proficient in that, that means correct and clear and grammatically correct sentence if you are able to make, we can go ahead with the improving English communication skills also. Okay, right. So I summarize this session, summarize the small short video on this particular English proficiency skill. Excellent. I really appreciate your Mr. Venkat. I really appreciate your participation and for your valuable time in this particular late hour in the Sunday. Bye. Take care.